Hello and welcome back to the Hype Bulletin, hosted by yours truly, where we'll be reacting to the final regular season, final week of the regular season in the NBA, and then previewing the play-in and all too as well. So let's get started. I don't know if I'll ever figure out that intro and all too as well, the technical glitches and all too as well. But if you guys are watching or listening on the YouTube side, please press on that subscribe button. Please press on that like button and drop a comment to help support the podcast. And if you guys are listening on the podcast side, like Apple, Spotify, and Overcast, and all too as well, please add us to your library and add us to your library for any past, present, and future episodes, and leave us a rating to help support the podcast and all too as well. But it looks like we're at the conclusion. Obviously, it's Tuesday on April 14th today too as well, where we reached the conclusion of the NBA regular season and all too as well. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now too as well. Looks like this is what we got for looks like the outside of the 1 and 2 seeds, every matchup has basically been laid out in the NBA first. I guess we'll go Western, where we got the Lakers and the Rockets in the first round. And then we'll have the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. I can show it on the screen here. There we go. All right. We got the Nuggets and the Timberwolves in their first round matchup too as well. And then in the East, we'll have Cleveland versus Toronto, and the Knicks versus the Hawks and all too as well. How we got here though, very interesting. So let me have a little fun with that, because there was one team that was facing a C team or a G League team, however you want to describe it, and all too as well, that ended up the varsity team, and that's the Orlando Magic, and ended up losing to the Boston Celtics. Ironically, I'm talking about the Celtics in the opening of the show and all too as well. But the Celtics basically rested their whole playoff rotation, and all from obviously Jason and Jaylen Brown to Derek White to Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, even Hugo Gonzalez, Nikola Vucevic, Neemias Queta, all sat where we had I don't remember the starting lineup, but Baylor Shireman got some high impact minutes. Luka Garza got some high impact minutes, and Ron Harper got some high impact minutes too as well. And all resulted in every which one of them, I believe. Let me double check with Ron. But Baylor Shireman, I don't know if you saw there, dropped 30 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds against Franz Wagner, Bolivar Carroll, Wendell Carter, Desmond Bain, who played a share amount of minutes, and Jalen Suggs, who actually I know Jalen Suggs, yeah, he played 37 minutes and all too as well. His 3-point shot was hot and all too as well. But yeah, Ron Harper dropped, how many points did he drop? Dropped 27 points. So they had 3 non-starters, 2 of them rotational guys. Baylor Shireman more of a rotational guy than Luka Garza, at least not. But the Magic gave up 27 points to 3 players that are not rotation players for the current Boston Celtics and all too as well. Ron Harper has showed up before. I think he had a career high of like 20, if not 22 points against the Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant on the floor and all too as well. Luka Garza and Baylor Shireman have been dope rotational pieces throughout the season and all too as well. Baylor Shireman more than Luka, at least, especially since the Vucevic trade and all too as well. But this is really about the Orlando Magic, because the Celtics clinched the second seed on Friday when they faced the Pelicans and all too as well. But the Orlando Magic had a chance to at least host what's it called? They're host a playing game in Orlando and all too as well. And ironically, it would be today, I would think. I don't think there's hockey in Orlando and all too as well. But thanks to their loss to the Celtics on Sunday, the Sixers won and beat the Bucks on Sunday too as well. So they were able to leapfrog the Magic in this scenario, at least all too as well, where they were able to get to 7. Now the Orlando Magic are 8, and now they're on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers and all too as well. I would presume that they would prefer to be home in a 7-8 matchup. Last year they were in a 7-8 matchup too as well. They did win because they were the 7th seed facing the Boston Celtics, and Cleveland, the Cavaliers were the clear number 1 seed last year and all too as well. I'm just trying to. I know Cole Anthony had a great game. He just came out of nowhere. I don't know if it was against the Bulls or the Miami Heat. Could have been against the Miami Heat if I remember correctly and all too as well. But they were home. Cole Anthony went crazy at home in that type of scenario and all too as well. Now they kind of take that away from themselves. Go on the road against the Philadelphia 76ers, who won't have Joel Embiid because unfortunately he got an appendectomy for an epididymis. I don't know if I'm saying that right and all too as well. I know he got an epidepany. I'm not sure of the condition of how you pronounce that and all too as well. But the Magic will be facing the Sixers in one of those playing games and all too as well. I'll get into the preview of that a little bit more and all, but I want to react to the Orlando Magic losing to the Boston Celtics, to the Celtics G League team, compared to their, quote unquote varsity team and all too as well. Even though, I'll be fair, Desmond Bain only played 17 minutes and all too as well. I think he only played 7 minutes in the first half. The fact that they were down by 15 plus or 10 plus, I think the biggest lead was like 15 or something, but since they were down 10 plus, brought them back into the game and all. The Magic were able to tie the game. I'll be fair there and all too as well. They made it of a game. Luka Garza just hit a big shot with like 31 seconds left to I guess, give the dagger out to the Magic at least and all too as well. But they're not so entirely out of it. I'll go into my preview about why I don't think they're so entirely out of it, even the way Jamal Mosley has coached over the past over the past couple months, I guess, and all too as well, and just their inconsistencies offensively and all too as well. But they are a disappointing team, but I don't think their season's so far out, even with the scenario they place themselves to as well and all. But again, let's see. I don't think there are any more I feel like that's the most interesting game of the Sunday at least and all. Knicks lost to the Hornets. Knicks didn't play anybody anyway. The Hornets were playing for something. They ended up getting the 9th seed and all too as well. I think the Cavs were trying not to win, but they were facing the Wizards, so they won there and all too as well. Sixers needed a win there, like I mentioned, with their win against the Bucks. They were able to top the 7th seed and all too as well. Looks like Atlanta didn't play anybody, but they ended up losing to the Heat. They lucked out though. As I mentioned, they're facing the Knicks as a 6th seed and all too as well, and where their season started by trading what's his name there, Trae Young, all over to the Washington Wizards. You wouldn't have thought that they were able to make a playoff run and all too as well, but they're sitting there as a 6th seed and all too as well. Pistons beat the Pacers. Raptors beat the Brooklyn Nets. Mavs beat the Bulls. Yeah, T-Wolves beat the Pelicans. Rockets beat the Grizzlies. Suns beat the Thunder. Thunder didn't play anybody. Lakers beat the Jazz. I think LeBron rested in that game. Surprising loss by the Spurs, just based on the players that they played, at least and all too as well. But lost in the Nuggets. Jokic played for the first half just to make sure he can qualify for MVP stakes and all too as well. Blazers beat the Kings, and the Clippers beat the Warriors. I guess that was a good game. Yeah, Curry played too as well, so it could have been the other game. I missed it. It was late at night and all too as well, so I didn't have a chance to watch it and all too as well. But basically, the cinch of the regular season and all too as well. Let's get the NBA standings now before I get into the playing games and all too. I'm trying to keep this stream short today. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do another one this week. After everything is all set up, we got a full layout of the playoffs and all too as well. But I kind of wanted to just react to the playing games and all too as well. But I wanted to see the seedings first, where we got the Pistons number 1, C's number 2, Knicks number 3, Cavs number 4, 5 Raptors, 6 Hawks, 7 Sixers, 8 Magic, 9 Hornets, and the 10 are the Heat. And when we got the Thunder at 1 in the West, Spurs 2, Nuggets 3, Lakers 4, Rockets 5, T-Wolves 6, Suns 7, Blazers 8, Clippers 9, and we got the Warriors 10 at below 500. I think they're the only below 500 team. Yeah, the only below 500 team in the playoffs this year. Usually got a couple of them, especially in the old 9-10 scenario, but it's an impressive year when you look at it. I mean, I'll be frank, at least and all. When you got like, what is it? What was the number? 8? Yeah, you got 850 lost teams this year, right? No. You got 855 lost teams this year, right? Is that the stat? Yeah, I think that's the stat. You got every team from 11 to 15 in the Western Conference with 55 plus losses and all too as well. I'm pretty sure I just saw that. Yeah, Pelicans lead it out with 56, Mavs 56, Grizzlies 57, Kings and Jazz have 60 at least and all too as well. In the East, kind of better because we only got 2 teams below the 55 loss threshold, but they're both over 50 with the Bucks and the Bulls, and then the Nets, Pacers, and Wizards hit over 60 losses and all too as well. So it does make sense why you see so many above 500 records in the play-in and the playoff scenarios and all too. I'm more into play-in, especially top 6 are definitely going to have above 500 records and all too as well. But 8 to 10, even 7 to 10, could be a bit dicey and all too as well. But the fact you only have one of them, and you can argue if Curry was healthy for at least 20 more games, at least or 10 more games, they would be 500 at least and all too as well. So, but every other team at least is above 500. Last I checked, the Blazers, even the Clippers too as well, are above 500. And I think it's more detriment to the tanking. I think it's more benefit of that, I should say, to the tanking teams, more to the these teams were good, throughout the year and all. But shout out to the Clippers at least. They were 6-21, ended up going 35-21 or something like that for them 30. Yeah, it must be 36 or 20 or something like that. Yeah, for them to be sitting at 42-40 to finish the season and all too as well. No, not. Yeah, something like that. 35-20, something like that. Yeah, because they were 6-21. Some weird ass number like that. And Tyronn Lue dropped a quote in his presser. We just got to go 35-20, and they basically did that for the rest of the season and all too as well. So those are the standings. So now I'll get into the playing games real quick and all too as well. My predictions for them too as well. Keep this short and sweet, right? Short and sweet to the. We'll go Eastern Conference first. So basically, yeah, if you're new to this at least, and all the playing scenario is where the 7-8 seed is facing, the 7-8 seed face each other, and the winner there faces the 2 seed of the conference, and then the loser of that game faces the winner of the 9 and 10 game at least and all, and the winner there will face the 1 seed in the conference and all too as well of each conference is why I'm putting it out like that and all too as well. I will start with the Eastern side at least and all too as well, where we got the Magic versus the Sixers. This is where I was mentioning with the Magic, even with their non-showing this self against the against the Celtics at least, with the Celtics sitting everybody. They were kind of sitting too as well. They were kind of playing it, coy, lack of a better word, at least and all too as well. But I would think they go full throttle in a game like this, and all Desmond Bane is going to sit 7 minutes in the first half and then come back in the fourth quarter, at least on a game like this and all too as well. So I kind of trust the Magic a bit more. The Sixers just lost Embiid. I feel like the Magic have the players to guard a guy like George and all. Do I really trust Paul George in the playoff scenario too? I think that's a fair question throughout his career and all too as well. I do expect Tyrese Maxey to go off. Maybe he can drop 45 points, and maybe this is the way the Sixers can win this game and all too as well. But even with the way the Magic looked against the Celtics and all too as well, the way they've looked throughout the season, to be frank about them too as well, I think in the one-game scenario, Paulo Banchero, combination of Paulo Banchero, Desmond Bane, and one of their guards and all too as well with Suggs there, who's hitting the three pretty damn well against the Celtics and all too as well. I just think they got the better makeup to win this game, even on the road too as well. Them blowing a chance to play at the Ozone again and all too as well. But I got the Magic here. I think they're the eventual 7th seed against the Boston Celtics and all too as well. And I think the Sixers gonna have to play again to give them a shot to get into the playoffs and all too as well. In the other playing game, you got the Hornets, my new favorite team in the Eastern Conference, I guess, against the Miami Heat and all too as well. I'm gonna go with the Hornets here. I think the Heat were 3-1 against the Hornets, but I'm pretty confident that those three wins for Miami was before the Charlotte Hornets started turning it back up, at least and all too as well. They played again in March. It was a blowout for the Hornets, at least and all too as well. I think that it continues. Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins maybe get hot with Bam Adebayo. I just trust the Hornets offense a bit more than the Heat, at least and all too as well. The Hornets have not played like a playing team since January and all too as well. I can't say the same about the Miami Heat and all too as well. So I think they're bounced out of the playoffs, and I think the Hornets face the Sixers in the the play-in matchup that basically sets up whoever goes against the Pistons as the 8th seed and all too as well. I'm gonna have to go with the Hornets again, at least and all too as well. I think Maxey is going to have a big performance against the Magic. I don't know if it's going to be enough for them to win. I don't know what they're going to have to offer in Game 2, at least and all too as well. Again, you're going to have the Magic with the combination of at least Paolo Banchero, Desmond Bane, and Suggs there, Jalen Suggs there. They're going to at least give you some impact and all too as well. So I just trust their trio a bit more. VJ Edgecombe with the Sixers, a young cat. Paul George, I don't know. He can come out, have himself a revelation of a series, and next thing you know, there's a little duo there in Philly until Embiid can come back, maybe around the first round, at least end towards towards the end of the first round and all too as well. I don't believe in it too much and all too as well. Such a horrible timing for an epidectomy for Joel Embiid and all too as well, especially the way they've been resting him all season and all too as well. So, but I think the 8 seed is the Hornets. I mean, for my basketball pleasure, I need Pistons, Hornets, first round. If that's not given to me, I don't know what's going on in this world at all too as well. So that's really what I'm begging for. And all those two teams have had tussles throughout not tussles. Well, they've had 2 games worth of tussles. I'm not gonna lie, honestly. One tussle is bigger than the other, at least in all two as well. But 2 teams that just can't stand each other and all too as well. During the end of their last game and all, Jalen Duren told his coach not to shake the coach of the Charlotte Hornets and all too as well. I'm talking about Jalen Duren, player of the Detroit Pistons, and JB Bickerstaff, coach of the Detroit Pistons and all too as well. So there's a healthy rivalry between the 2 teams and all too as well. So I feel like it would be great for playoff basketball and all too as well. Detroit coming back into the playoffs, coming into a series like that, it's kind of set up to be physical and all too as well. So I would love that matchup. And I mean, the Celtics, I feel like the best matchup for the Celtics, for being real, is the Sixers and all. So that's why I expect the Magic to get by at least in all two as well. Even the way they looked against the Seas on Sunday, it's not a true reflection of their team, even though they've had their moments this year and all two as well. They have a fair amount of talent and all two as well that should overcome the Sixers without Embiid playing at least. Now, if Embiid was playing, they can play off Embiid. You still got Tyrese Maxey who can drop 30, 40 any given night. And then you got Paul George in the corner there who can maybe give you something, and there's not so much pressure on a rookie like VJ Edgecombe and all two as well. So, but those are my results, my personal results for the Eastern side at least. And also we'll go to the West real quick. Where can I fit this on the screen? All right, I'm gonna have to extend it. Let's have some fun for a second. I just want to get the seeds there, logos, and all that fun stuff. Yep, I'm particular. But and let's look at the 7-8 matchup. We got Suns versus the Trailblazers. I personally think this is the best game in the play-in and all two as well. These 2 teams have played similarly all season, at least in all two as well. Tough, just that tough-minded type of basketball and all two as well. Some interesting veterans on each team. You got Devin Booker. Devin Booker and Dillon Brooks. I know they got a couple of them. Interesting vets too that can, turn into a little interesting duo in the playoffs. At least, if they're able to get there. And same thing with the Blazers too as well. Where you got Jeremy Grant, who I think is playing finally in April, against against the Suns at least, all too as well. And then you got Drew Holiday on that team and all too as well. So interesting vets that they got on their team and all. These teams. Both teams you wouldn't have expected to be in the playoffs. And all, when you look at this conference, maybe the Mavericks, maybe the Pelicans, that you thought would be in this scenario more than the Suns and the Trailblazers, at least in all two. So also good shout out to them. Jordan Ott deserves a huge shout out for Coach of the Year and all two as well, because I did not think the Suns would even hold. They've been holding the 7th seed all season and all two as well, pretty close to the 6th seed, but kind of tailed off there and all two as well. But still, a very impressive season for where they for their expectations going into the season. Getting rid of Kevin Durant, bringing in Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green at least and all. And something with Dillon Brooks we shouldn't be surprised with what he did in Memphis. Left out of Memphis, they haven't been the same. Went to Houston at least and all. Helped turn that team into a winner and all. Now going to the Suns for his first season and contributing in that way. Devin Booker wasn't even healthy to start the season and also was more on him at least and all to be that number one guy on their team at least not too as well. To be fair, he's been pretty good there. Did it in Houston, and you can argue the way things have fallen apart in Memphis was probably the guy in Memphis and all too as well that was kind of leading the charge of why they were always a top 4 seed over the first couple seasons that John Moran and Jaren Jackson were over there and all too as well. So with that talk, obviously I'm talking with Dillon Brooks and all. I do favor the Suns in this one. Like I said, I think this is the best game. I have all the playing games at least and all too as well. These teams looked evenly matched just based on the way they played all season and all too as well. Both teams got a dope mix of young bigs too as well. Honestly, you got Clinnigan for the Blazers and all too as well. I like the Asian guy they picked up in Young Hansen too as well. Honestly, I know they picked up another big and all too as well. I'm talking about the Blazers, and they got obviously former Celtic Robert Williams on their team and all. Then the Suns got Nick Richards. I think Mark Williams is on their team. Yeah. Malawatch for their rookie there that they picked up from Duke and all too as well. I know I'm sleeping on one more big they got over there too as well. But two teams that got a cool collection of bigs. Decent collection of wings too as well. And then they got their star players that have done something in this league to Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, and to Drew Holiday. I get the jokes with Jeremy Grant and all too as well, but put in the right position is obviously a pretty damn good 3-and-D player for you too as well, honestly. But I have the Suns edging out. I think I just like the combination of Jalen Green, Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, Colin Gillespie a bit more than what the Trailblazers have with Drew Holiday, Kamara, Denny Avia. I won't sleep on Denny Avia and all too as well. I forgot to bring him up and all too as well. But still, I just think I like the Suns a bit more. But this is a good game. I think it's a close game. I think the last 2 minutes type of basketball game and all too as well. I can see the Magic going away, beating the Sixers. I can see the Hornets going away big time on the Heat and all too as well. I think this game is pretty damn close and all too as well. So I'll have the Suns take the 7th seed, face the Spurs, and I'll have the Trailblazers be the home game for the winner of the 8th seed, at least and all too as well. In the other game, which should be interesting, you got obviously two big draws in this one with the Clippers and Warriors with Steph Curry with the Warriors and obviously Kawhi with the Clippers and all too as well. I don't know. I feel like the Warriors just don't have much. I feel like if they didn't have Curry, this won't even be a basketball game and all too as well. So I feel like Curry's going to make it a game. But I don't know. It's more of a combination of the Clippers picked up Ben Mathurin and Darius Garland at the trade deadline. I feel like for a game like this, they may be huge for them and all too as well. They got Kristaps Porzingis I don't really trust. Al Horford I don't really trust right now too as well, especially with his decision making to go to the Warriors over staying with the Celtics and all too as well. Pazinski, even though I think he had a big game a couple games ago and all too as well, but he's been mostly inconsistent for them too as well, honestly. So the sum of their parts I'm not trusting. I trust the sum of the parts for the Clippers for this game. I'm not saying going forward, but for this game I definitely just trust what the Clippers will be offering in this basketball game more with the Warriors on too as well. Curry dropped 50, and which is possible. It's probably the only way I can see it. The way I see the Sixers beating the Magic is Tyrese Maxey exploding and really taking command of the game, especially in the second half. I feel like Curry's gonna have to do the same thing for this game against the Clippers and all too. So I just doubt that coming off a runner's knee and all too as well. I'm not too confident on the Warriors and all too as well. Curry can surprise me and change things, so I'll be fair there and all too as well. But based on that scenario for me, I'll have the Warriors out and have the Clippers in the game against the Blazers, so the winner can go as the 8th seed. I'm probably going to go with the Trailblazers and all too as well. This is more about the Clippers I don't trust. They made these moves in the middle of the season, so I'm not confident they can make it interesting series against the Thunder. I think the Blazers in their youth at least and all too as well. I even heard Scoot Henderson. I didn't even know Scoot Henderson was playing for the Blazers right now too as well. I'm not sure if it's just a late season thing or he's actually contributing. We'll find out. I'll definitely find out over the next 2 days when these playing games start. I'm starting today. I'll probably go over when these games start, at least not today and tomorrow. But I definitely trust the Trailblazers a bit more of a cohesive unit throughout the season. This is not a mirage that just started getting hot. Like the Hornets started getting hot in January and all too as well. The Atlanta Hawks started getting hot in February at least and all too as well. But the Trailblazers, I think, have been good all season and all too as well. Even with the controversy of Chauncey Billups and all too as well, they were always sitting at a 7-8 seed type of scenario, always above 500, maybe a little below 500, but they've always been good all season all too as well. As great as Kawhi Leonard is, and I'm not going to deny how great Kawhi Leonard is, I just don't think there's enough there on the Clippers and all. Maybe if they kept Zubac, if they kept the original team, and that same team really helped contribute why they had made their second half run, where they basically went 35-20, ever since Ty Lue said that and all too as well. But the players that they had on their team before making the trade, like Zubac, did contribute to that too as well. So it wasn't like Darius Garland and Ben Mathurin came in, they got hot. They were kind of hot before then too as well. With James Harden there and all too as well. They were already playing well and all too as well. If that was that same team, James Harden there, Zubac there, I think I would have a bit more confidence of the cohesiveness of that unit. I like Ben Mathurin, trust me. I love Darius Garland too, but I just don't trust the cohesiveness against the Denny Avias of the world, an all-star. I believe an all-star, if not a borderline all-star this year. Drew Holiday, Grizzle champion, Jeremy Grant, I can trust in the 3-and-D situation. And with players like that too as well. Kamara, same type of athlete too as well for them. They have a good collection of bigs, like I mentioned, facing the Suns and all too as well. So that's why I would favor the Blazers a bit more than the Clippers if if this was a scenario for the 8 seed and all too as well. So with that, I'll have the Trailblazers as the 8 seed facing the Thunder and all too as well. I won't go too deep with my picks at least. No, I do want to come back on either Friday night or Saturday morning, and I'll reveal, I should say, reveal my picks then at least and all too as well. I think going into the season, my finals prediction. I know I had Denver in the finals. I'd never believed in the Knicks. I'm not that type of guy, so it definitely wasn't the Knicks. I think I probably settled and just had the Cavaliers as the Eastern Conference representative going to the finals at least and all too as well. I know I had Denver. I love Denver. I love their pickups with JV, picking up Bruce Brown back, Tim Hardaway, which I was on my buddy's show yesterday at least and all too as well. Mentioned him as a Sixth Man of the Year candidate too as well, which I kind of agree too as well. They have a dope bench and all too as well. I would still go with guys like Dylan Harper, and if that apparently I wasn't being able to sell him that. So if you wanted to go with even Keldon Johnson, I just like the bench of the Spurs big time. I think they deserve a representative for Sixth Man of the Year and all too as well. But picking up Tim Hardaway, like I mentioned, JV, Jonas Valanciunas and all too as well. Cam Johnson, I like that pickup more than what they have with Michael Porter. Michael Porter didn't give you anything in your championship team. I feel like Cam Johnson can fit a role more. Maybe because Michael Porter has the ability to do more. Maybe he's unable to play a role. I don't know. But he didn't play well in the finals. I like the pickup of Cam Johnson, the guy who played well or played okay in the Suns finals run and all too as well. I think he can contribute a bit more than Michael Porter has in any playoff run, to be frank, about the Nuggets and all too as well. And who else am I sleeping on that they brought in? I said Tim Hardaway and all too as well. Peyton Watson has leveled up this year too as well. If he didn't have an injury in the mid half of the season, I feel like he'd be in the most improved player candidacy at least and all too as well. So I've always liked the Nuggets going into this season and all too as well. I feel like there's a lot to like about them going into the playoffs and all too as well. So, but those are my finals predictions at least and all too as well. I'll definitely divvy it up and break it down either Friday or Saturday morning, before the playoffs at least and all too as well. But yeah, let me get the times of these games out before I end it all today. So we have 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow. Heat Hornets today, Trailblazers Suns tonight. Yeah, so 7:30 for the Hornets Heat game. And what's it called there? Yeah, my bad, distracted. The Suns Trailblazers 10 o'clock later tonight at least. And then tomorrow, the Flyers are playing, so the Philly had to push their game to tomorrow at least and all too as well, because you would think the 7-8 seed would be playing first at least and all too as well. Hello, I'm cool. Hello, I see you. But yeah, Magic 76 will be playing tomorrow at 7:30 at least and all too as well for the winner of the 7th seed at least and all too as well. And Warriors Clippers will be playing the second game tomorrow too as well at 10 too as well and all too as well. Let's see. All right. I see you. I'm cool. I'm ending it and all too as well. So perfect time to take a question in from the chat and all. Do you think the Knicks will beat the Hawks? I think so. Trust me. I'm a Knick hater, so I would love to see the Hawks do something amazing against them too as well. I'm good. Are you a Hawk or Knick fan? Let me know before I end the stream and all too as well. But I do think the Hawks offer an interesting dynamic against the Knicks. When the Celtics faced the Knicks on this past Thursday, there were a shit ton of offensive rebounds that the Celtics were getting, which I didn't expect. I thought Mitchell Robinson was obviously their linchpin rebounding-wise, but saw the C's get a lot of second-chance opportunities against the Knicks. I've heard that's been one of their weaknesses this year, too, as well. Giving up the three-point shot, too, as well, has been one of their weaknesses, too, as well. And the Hawks do have some guys like C.J. McCollum and Neil Alexander-Walker. Almost did that to him, but yeah, they just have some guys that can hit the three and all too as well. So I'm curious about it. I'm gonna go with the Knicks because of their expectations this year and all too as well. Oh, you are a Knicks fan. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm a Celtics fan, so I want that second round rematch and all too as well. So that's awesome to hear. But the Hawks do offer trippy things to the Knicks and also that's why I kind of think it could be a 6 game series. I'd be surprised if it's a 7 game series. Mike Brown must be fumbling over himself to be a 7 game series and all too as well. So I don't think it's that deep, but I think there's enough there where it can go 6 at least and all too as well. But I'll definitely dive in more to that too as well. I'm cool. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and all too as well. I'll be talking more basketball either Friday night or Saturday morning at least and all too as well. Do a bigger preview of the NBA playoffs once after all these playing games are in at least and all. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the question at least and all too as well. Yeah, trust me, I would love it. And last year was insane. I was in New York last year too as well for Game 6. I wanted to go to the game, but we all knew the scenario, so I wasn't going into MSG. But House and MSG was insane. You guys killed Manhattan on that day and all too as well. So I would love a rematch and have that same type of energy again and all too as well. So that'd be huge and all too as well. No lie, the sport needs it. We all need it. It'd be great for just content and content speaking things, all that nature and all too as well. But let me let it go and all too as well. I appreciate you guys listening. Again, if you guys are on the YouTube side, please press on that subscribe button, comment, like iMood just did for me and all too as well. iMood, JMood, my bad, bro. But yeah, I'm ending it and all too as well. But I'll be back on Friday, so just subscribe. But for anyone else on YouTube, please subscribe, press the like button, comment too as well to help support the podcast. And again, if you guys want to listen on the podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify, and Overcast and all too as well, add us to our library for any past, present, and future episodes, and leave us a rating to help support the podcast. But I'll be getting out soon. We'll speak soon. Peace.